Yo, what's happening with y'all, man? It's the Mighty San Quinn, and we're watching the Hustle Continues podcast. We are the Hustle Continues podcast, and I'm with my main man,
Wayne Hayes. Welcome back to the show. You understand me? It always gives us honor and privilege to host a podcast that supports individuals, artists, businesses that are resilient and don't quit, and that's what the Hustle Continue podcast is all about. On today's show, we're going to introduce you to a brother up out of Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the show, Soolie.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me, man. Pleasure, man. Pleasure to meet you, family.
Yes, sir. Thank you for coming, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So Soolie is a recording artist. I came across the brother because, he registered for the Bragging Rights Showcase that we have in October 28th, and I went to listen to the music. And the man got bars, man. So I'm like, I reached out to him and I was like, man, we need to have you on the show. And so he here, man.
For sure, man. Thank you for having me, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. So tell us about Cleveland and what type of city that is.
I mean, Cleveland, for me it's home. You know what I'm saying? No place like home. And, it's a rough area, real similar to... what I'm seeing out here in Oakland,
Mm-hmm.
It's a real similar vibe, I say one of the big differences, though, like the opportunity is less, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have all the industry and all the movers and shakers and access to the money, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm seeing out here. But
a while ago, Cleveland was more like of a factory town, right? Or something like that, where
Facts.
When the United States was more built around, the infrastructure was built around manufacturing and industrial.
Steel. Yeah.
Cleveland was steel.
Yeah, steel. Y'all LTV steel. Yeah, you go down there by the lake, you see all the old steel factories and shit just sitting there. Yeah.
I wonder what do they do with all that land, or maybe some of that land is not usable because of contamination and things of that nature.
Big possibility, man, because if you see the lake, man, it looks crazy. Yeah.
What lake?
Lake Erie.
Lake Erie.
Lake Erie really is Erie.
Yeah. What they call it, Lake Erie monsters, or the mistake on the lake, some people call it.
Wow.
But yeah.
Is there a lot of black people that live in that area?
Yeah, Cleveland is one of the most densely populated black populations in the states. Believe it or not. Yeah.
Why is Detroit by Cleveland?
Yeah, right up the street.
Up the street. So that's what I think. Like some of those communities that were. Manufacturing, because Detroit had the cars, Cleveland was doing whatever they was doing with the steel. When the manufacturing died down, just like Hunters Point,
right?
The shipyard is no longer used, and then those communities tend to waste away. What's the primary sort of industry in Cleveland these days?
Amazon. Nah, but shit.
Honestly, Chilling, I be seeing it. Right. They definitely be on there though. It's rough. I can tell it's rough out there though. Mm-hmm. Thank God you made it out. You got some adversities coming up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, man. Cleveland, Detroit, Chicago, like that whole little line of area, man. It's a rough place to exist in and see beyond. Right. It's always been like a goal of mine growing up. To get to like Cali, really is nowhere else for me really. I always wanted to come to Cali, but it's one of them things, man. It's like you really grow up dreaming about the outside world. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't a lot just popping. You know what I'm saying?
What was your upbringing like in Cleveland?
My upbringing, I grew up in the hood, man. Born and raised Muslim. Let me say that.
Yes, sir.
So
what does Soolie stand for?
Okay, so my real name is Rasul, right, which means the messenger. And when I supposed to play football, college football, and
we gonna get to that.
Yeah. But I said that to say that I got the name Sool or Soolie. In college, I had an Italian position coach, and he would call me Soolie, and it just stuck. Matter of fact, my first and only tattoo I ever got. Shout out to my little cousin Aunt.
So back to the, you grew up in the hood. Was it a two-parent household, single-parent household?
I had both my moms and my pops, man.
Excellent.
Yeah. One of the few homes, it was like that. I can recall cats coming up to me that I grew up with, like, man, you know, growing up, you had a dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, because everybody knew my old man. He was like, you know, like, yeah, you don't sell that drug
like
right
James
here.
Evans?
Yeah, big time. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga,
Good times, daddy.
Yeah, don't do that shit right there. Y'all got to take that shit down the street type shit. And it was heavily respected.
So
that's big.
Listen, you know, people out there, especially our men of all colors, but I'm particularly talking to the black and brown men. Be there for your kids. It mean a whole lot, you know. So when you say things like that, it makes me feel good that I'm there in my children's life. Go always be there for sure. So you grew up. You had both your parents. Did you play ball early?
Yeah. My old man used to play ball, and you know, it's 10 of us, by the way. I got 5 brothers and 4 sisters. My mama had 9.
I got a football team.
Yeah. That's what we was doing, right?
Who team with some on the bench?
You know, and but yeah, my old man, he was a ball player, and so he gave me the game, you know, and that was a big reason why I was able to excel, because I didn't even play my 9th and 10th grade years, just, you know, living life. But when I started back playing 11, 12, I ended up getting a scholarship just for 2 years. But my old man definitely groomed me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, coming up.
So you played early, 7 years old, 8, 9, 10?
Yeah, 7 all the way up until like 7th grade. 7 years old to 7th grade, and then I stopped. Yeah.
And then went back.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. And what position did you play?
You know, coming up, I was a running back, man. I wish I would have kept playing running back in college, but you know, they convinced me to switch over to defense based on the statistics, right? In terms of people who get drafted, like your skill players, you get more of them drafted in the draft than any other position. So I wanted to be a running back, but my Coach Clinkscale he a legend on the coach.
Shout out Coach Clinkscale.
Yeah. Yeah, he gave me the game on the whole defense side of the ball. But
so they seen you going to the league. They feel like you.
I had my run, man. I did real well, man. I was a good ball player, man.
What school you went to?
I started out Youngstown State. You know, Youngstown State.
You went straight from high school. No. What you call that?
Junior college?
No junior college?
No. Well, let's do it like this. I came out college. I went to this school called Ashland. It's a Division II. Running my own little thing, because at that point my old man, he wasn't as intricate in me playing ball. But I'm like, y'all can't go to the league from no D2. So I left Ashland, Coach Clinkscale, who kind of gave me the game, and I went D1. You know,
right?
Yeah.
And would you describe your moments in college as a good experience outside of football?
Yeah, hell yeah. You know why? Because it's like college got me the reason why I'm out here in California right now.
Right.
Me seeing the college atmosphere allowed me to know it was something different out there than what I grew up around. And so when I didn't make it to the league after playing ball, and I had to come back to the hood, and then, you know, I got caught in this little whirlwind, you know, trying to find myself again, right? Because I've been playing ball my whole life.
Right.
And, you know, situations got real, you know, to them levels, you know what I'm saying? That you hear about shit people rap about, got to them levels.
You got to shake the spot.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna say I had to shake the spot, but I started reevaluating shit. You know, and I realized I had a choice. I was like, I could keep, and for me, it was all about the environment. You put me around a group of fucked up shit, I'm gonna
thrive in that.
Yeah. But then I noticed, I was like, when I was in college though, I could have went to the league. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I was like, I need to recreate my environment. You know what I'm saying? Fuck trying to change people and do this, or even change myself.
Right.
Put myself somewhere where I can interpret it in a way that I can do positive
can
shit.
change. It's hard to change your life where you grow up at.
My uncle that I admired a lot coming up, he had a father. I had a father too, but it was a long gap. He went to prison. So my uncle that I shout out Uncle Mitch, he used to always say, if you can't change the people around, this I used to say it too. If you can't change the people around you, change the people around you.
Well put.
You feel me?
Well
double
put.
entendre type things.
Well put, man.
And so it makes sense.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I didn't understand that. Sometimes we even have to disconnect from family, definitely friends, community members, but that's okay. that's okay. You know what I'm saying? It don't make you less of a human being, but it'll promote longevity in your life.
Yeah.
Because many of the people that I looked up to growing up, from my community, from my family, they are no longer here.
Yeah.
But it was based on a lifestyle that I ultimately chose to move away from. So you did you did what you needed to do, and that's why you're here.
No doubt.
So
it takes courage to come, step out and come somewhere else. But you got some brothers within us right here, brother.
appreciate that.
Pleased to meet you,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
You know
Yes,
what I mean?
sir.
To keep going, man. You did.
So
Appreciate that.
Brothers, we
what-
scared to go around the corner, man.
Yeah.
what actually you earlier online you talked about always kind of having a notion to come to Cali. What was it about Cali that you kind of grew to, you had a longing for, I guess I could say?
Man.
The weed.
Not even that though. It was the music. You know what I mean? I grew up. My old man used to always bang Too Short
Okay.
and E40 and shit.
Shout out Short Dog and Uncle 40.
Yeah,
man.
my old man.
Cleveland, huh?
Yeah, hell yeah. You couldn't go a day without waking up to getting it during the summer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And yeah, and Pac, man.
Right.
Pac was one of the reasons I started writing.
Okay.
Yeah, and definitely, and I guess it was just something about that whole image that I kind of took to. You know what I'm saying? Just painted California in this way that made you want to be
that
like.
That getting it remind me of a Midwest side. Like you got like a hustle.
Right.
Getting it.
Yeah.
With that Parliament Funkadelic.
Yeah. You know, they from Ohio.
Yeah.
So
y'all definitely was the center of music for a long time as far as Ohio, with the Ohio players and the Roger and Zap from Ohio.
Yeah.
And
Boosie Collins.
The
whole funk. The whole funk.
funk.
Yeah.
The funk coming in the mid, man.
okay, cool.
Yeah. Good funk.
Yeah.
So
And y'all got the Bay funk.
Yeah. Can function.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, I fucks with it.
Frankie Beverly and Mays.
Right. Slime
Yeah.
Family Stone.
Absolutely.
All them people came from Ohio.
No, they came from the Bay.
Frankie
but
Beverly and Mays from
Ohio got some
influence,
ones,
though.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slime the Family Stone.
Family Stone. George
Yeah.
Clinton, right?
Yeah.
George Clinton is the man.
Yeah. And then you got no.
Don't be no
in
Dr. Dre
Minneapolis
without
is-
George.
Minneapolis is that's not right.
That's
though.
Prince.
That's Midwest, but that's
You
It's
know
up
that's
the
the
street.
hop and the
Yeah.
skip. Yeah.
So
They had the 80s.
did you fall in love with music sort of within the same time frame that you fell in love with sports, or did music come later?
Probably it was definitely music first, because before I was a small dude coming up, but you could tell I was athletic. So before I could like exude any kind of dominance, I had to grow, right? But I was always athletic. But music though, definitely, man. Yeah, I remember shit doing Running Man to some Heavy D shit. You know what I'm saying? Before I could, you know what I'm saying? Big enough to play with, you know what I'm saying, with the ball, right?
Right.
And but yeah, definitely, probably
We got our
definitely
own
music
guy.
first.
Yeah.
Heavy D was a legend. Heavy D, you know, he never cursed.
He never cursed. He told me that. And I listened. I was like, Bob wrong.
Yeah.
And then he had a song called Don't Curse.
He never
And
cursed.
he didn't curse. He was really, he had
He had
that
swag.
good medium
Yeah.
where he still was hard, but he
Yeah.
was smooth. He wasn't like no soft type of dude, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But he had some flavor.
That's like
A whole lot of flavor.
Like Young Boy.
Yeah, he don't cuss
Young
either.
Boy don't curse at all.
Yeah, shout
that's
out
a
Young
quality,
Boy,
man.
nephew.
Yeah.
So you finished school, or that part of your life came to a close.
Yeah.
You didn't get an opportunity to go to the league, but you did get an opportunity for education. What did you study while in school?
I studied computer information systems, actually. You know, probably one of the only blacks in that field, for real. But only ball players too, like one of the athletes in the computer science world. And but I did run for the Jaguars and the Rams. I ran, you know what I'm saying? They took my 40s, but that was it though.
Okay.
But
Shit,
but
that count, man.
Yeah.
That's part of the
All
story.
your accolades, man. You feel me?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
100.
Yeah.
What was the 40 time?
I was a 4.46.
Oh, you was
Yeah.
fast?
Low key, yeah. I could move
Oh,
quick.
man.
Yeah, Bob played that football too.
4.4 is
Yeah,
fast.
yeah.
I was only a 4.6, 4.5.
Is that right?
But I had moves. I was
Yeah,
elusive.
shape. Yeah,
Yeah, but when you start getting into that 6 and 7 and all that, motherfucker will blast you. And so at my size, when I got to college, if I was 4'4", I might have hung in there, put on a little more weight. But I'm like, no, they catch me sometimes. I be done did some squib or something, and then some
squab.
Bow.
Get squabbed on out. Huh?
Break my whole pancreas.
But you'd be surprised there was different type of styles of running. Like Ward Dunn wasn't no 4'4" dude.
Right,
you know,
right.
But if you watch him Florida State, he used to scoot on niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
definitely type of runner.
Right. Yeah.
He just kind of
he was quick. So if he got out there, he just when he get away from it, just discourage you. Niggas just start slowing up.
Like fuck, I ain't even gonna try it. I ain't gonna try it.
Yeah. So did the computer science or that whole field, did it stick with you? Was you just grazing it? Or was this something that you was able to make a livelihood or you find work in that field?
You know what's crazy? I never used it. That was a part of my motivation to come to California. I was like, I got this void, right? I was like, I went to school to do this shit, and I ain't never used this shit. Because when I got out of college, you know, so I went back to the hood, had my son. And I grew up, my old man was in construction. So that's what I did. I started building shit. Started my own little thing, went from landscaping to construction.
And that pops said you work with your hands.
Oh yeah, all my man, what shit?
I
Before we was old enough to do it,
man. You know what I mean? That's something I always wanted to do. I said pops would have helped me do that if he was around. Right. Work with my hands. You know, I just changed the tire for the first time 2 years ago, man. I ain't gonna lie.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they crazy, huh?
Yeah. Not you know some people are into certain things. Like my son, Lil Wayne, he into the way things configure.
Right.
But what will he do with that? I'm not sure. He's interested in being a carpenter. I think his is more for a different thing. There you go. But just having a mind frame for how to configure shit is pretty dope.
Yeah, I feel like I won the Super Bowl when I would change that tire. Like, you know what I mean? So used to paying for shit. You know?
So, when did you get involved? When did you first start recording music?
Oh, I recorded. Real talk in college, man. Me and my dudes, we had put them, you know, them old school tape players that you could slide like a cassette tape. You slide it in, you slam that bitch down, you hit record. We tied that bitch up in the closet in the dorm and hung it. And act like we had a booth in that bitch. Like so that was really like
y'all rocked that work.
Right. Remember we used to take a little piece of paper or something and put it on the other side so you can tape it, right?
Yeah, so you can tape
it.
And
because it was already something on the tape. But if you put a little piece of paper on the other side in that square little top, it used to contain.
Boy, I got in trouble for taping over Shirley Caesar like that. Shirley Caesar joint. You know what I mean? Right. She heard me on there cussing up a storm. She couldn't on a Sunday, and I was going to work.
That was her shit.
She heard Shirley Caesar. She heard Quincy Caesar.
You currently have a project out now?
You know, I've been dropping singles, man.
Of course.
That's what the climate is anyway.
I've been trying to like I wanted to do something different. I was like, I don't think a lot of cats could put out EPs in there, go quiet. You know what I'm saying? But then I was like, I'm gonna put out all singles. And and I've been dropping them every month. Only reason I ain't dropped the last maybe 3 months. My son come out here in the summer, so I have my son.
How old is your son?
My son 9.
He 9?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Hey, let's take the time to.
Okay, time out.
Tell them your handle, your Instagram, all your social media, where we can find you at.
Okay, for sure. I go by Soolie.Corleone. That's
Spell it.
SOOLIKORLION. That's on IG, man. Soolie Corleone. And all platforms too. SOOLIE. Soolie.
Yeah, give us a minute. We'll be back with more on Soolie. I'm Wayne Hayes.
I'm San Quinn.
And you watching the Hustle Continue podcast.
Hurry.
Hey, look, man, I'm outside with the Hustle Continues, and I just wanted to remind y'all, we still winning!
Welcome back to the show. I'm Wayne Hayes.
I'm San Quinn. We back on it.
Yeah, for sure, man. We here with Soolie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's from Cleveland, but he's been in Cali for 4 years now. He's a music artist, you know, a former ball player. He's a father, and we just chopping it up with him. So, what was your when you arrived in Cali? Was it everything that you thought that would be, or was it different than what you thought?
I ain't had no expectation, honestly. You know, I just was like, I'm gonna just stay low to the ground, and I know how to move so I can survive, right? So I ain't really want to have no expectation. But it's been like surreal for real, in terms of the opportunity. Like even with, especially with the music, like I ain't had no intention on doing music when I came out here. I was like, I got this void with this IT shit, this shit that I learned in college. I ain't never used it. I was like, I'm gonna go out here and try to get busy.
Silicon Valley, huh?
Yeah.
Jump off it.
Yeah, exactly. So I did. When I first got here, I did like an 8-month IT boot camp and shit. I'm doing it, and then
get you back brushed up.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
That's big.
And then end up messing around, right? Running to this female, and we get to kicking it, you know, and we chilling, right? We drinking and shit. And then I get to like fucking around over a beat, like something that was playing. And I was freestyling. And she was like, damn, she's like, you sound good. She's like, I gotta introduce you to one of my homeboys. She from Oakland. And she took me over this homie, 62nd and Hayes, Po Dig. And we go over there and shit. That was like our second date and shit. And
that's seminary, right?
Yeah. And,
what was his name again?
Po Dig.
Po Dig. Shout out Po Dig.
Yeah, 100, yeah, and all the homies on Hayes let me go to the corner store and back, man, in a safe way. You dig me?
Right.
But yeah, fucking around in there, man, and I get to making these songs and shit. And honestly, they was the ones who encouraged me, man, to do that shit for real. They was like, "Nah, you good, bro." You know, I did this joint called "I Earned It." You know what I'm saying? And another one called "Put You on the Game."
Hold on. Let's stop, because a lot of times we get guys in here, people in here, and we ask them to bust one. So you did a joint called "I Earned It."
Yeah.
Can you give us like the first verse of that?
Oh man, let me see what I got. I say, respect, I earned it. My check, I earned it. The game, I learned it. The tables, I turned them. Get on your grind. Yeah, stay on your grind. Straight out of college, I ain't get a job. I had to grab a gun, cause shit hit different where I'm from. Corporate wasn't hiring, but the block was, at least where I was. Shooter with an LLC, blinded by loyalty to these streets. It made perfect sense until it ain't make sense. As a father to a son, I had to make changes. They asked me what I do now. Shit, I be landscaping. Got to have a hustle. Mine's got its own language. Headed into work now. Money come and go, it don't stick around. So I be in and I'm out of town. Throw it in the air, cause I got it off the ground. Respect, I earned it. My check, I earned it. The game, I learned it. The tables, I turned them. Yeah,
I earned it, man. Hey, that was saucy, man. Ragu right there, man.
Thank you, man.
When I was listening to the music again, I might have said this earlier, but there was a substance to the music, and you know, as people, we go through a growth time, right? So there was a time in my life when you checked my catalog and I was popping what I was doing or seeing, but it probably had a lot to do with streets and hustling and real shit. But
you was cracking your whip.
I was cracking my whip.
Yeah. The bras lined up.
Yeah, the whole shit. But now, if you hear some of my music, I might be more talking about something with substance, just because I'm gonna be true. I'm not finna be lying and shit.
Well, there was substance then, and there was substance for that time.
Absolutely, it was substance for whatever I was doing.
Exactly.
But earlier we was talking about music and the state of it. How do you feel about the state of music now?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of lack in that word you just used, substance. You know, we saying shit, you know, and it's destructive. One.
Yes. Sir.
It's not positive. It's not creating those moments that we're not creating that music that we can play. Auntie and them can play at the cookout. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got that element no more. We losing our icon effect. You know what I'm saying? Our people as guys, we you know what I'm saying? We you know what I'm saying? We run the land. We the most exemplary, and we need to walk in that light. We need to speak in that light. You know what I'm saying?
So are you making sure that that's what you bring to the table as an artist?
That's my goal, man. You know, like I've been through shit. We all could talk that shit, unfortunately, because that's the nature of our upbringing and how it is, right? And
in
black diaspora, right? But it's always been a thing. Just like you know, the whole existence of hip hop, it was to take some shit, remix it, and make it positive, make it yours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever your struggle is, remix it, make it positive. You know what I'm saying? You know, let your disposition be your, you know what I'm saying? Your advantage. You know what I'm saying? And by putting a positive spin on it, speaking life into people. You know.
Alhamdulillah. And not talking this death talk that these kids talking and ops and all that old stuff. You know, I totally agree with you, bro. Rapping to a dying fan base. You know
that
what I mean?
PTSD music.
PTSD music.
I be listening to music. I'm like, I couldn't. How y'all dance to that? That shit make me want to hide up on a table or something.
Where they drilling and killing and getting the kids out the way and got them posthumous, really ready for posthumous, like how they said the slaves ready to die to go have heaven when you can have heaven on earth. You have to go through hell on earth. So it's almost, and they getting money, but I felt your spirit. I feel like that now too. We have a responsibility.
Big fact.
Like I learned from KRS-One, you know, about Benjamin Banneker, about when he You Must Learn song. That was my Black history. That's all the Black history I got outside of my grandmother telling me about Emmett Till. You know, so and KRS-One, just being teachers, we got to do that. We got to get back as a cop to the game.
And I wanted to say too, because it's like, you know, the youth coming up, they learn from us. So it's you know, it's obligatory amongst us to put that out there, regardless of who pushing it and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because when they see the older homies, the old school homies get together, and they hear what we playing, they hear what y'all playing. You feel what I'm saying? They see what you playing, and so it's an influence there. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, whether we acknowledge it or not, they want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? They want to be the cats one day sitting at the park on with the rims and they able to floss and they got the bikes. You know what I'm saying? They want to do that whole demo.
Much
you know
they act like they want to make it to be our age.
Man, I was just gonna say that they want to just be alive.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what kind of energy for me that you have. It's like a calm energy with the, you know, like a brotherhood, like, you know what I'm saying, like you bring in more of a energy that you can expect. I don't expect nonsense coming from your aura. You know, I expect something with sense. You know,
some survival,
and it's needed.
It's needed.
And it's a way that you can do this. Life, music, and still be who you are and still be fly. I remember I used to work in schools and I developed curriculum and I was going to schools and juvenile hall. Shout out Jack Jaquab from Omega. Shout out
Rudy Corpus.
Shout out Rudy Corpus. Shout out the brothers who took me up. Shout out Willie Brown, George Smith, the people who took me up under their wing. A Filmo cat that had years, a couple of penitentiary numbers. But I had information, I had game, I was smart, and they gave me an opportunity at a career. But what I found was the things that I had did qualified me with the youngsters. They knew who Honest Bob was, but they was also could see that I could flip the script and code switch and then go down another lane, and they was willing to follow. It was like, whoa, it
can happen.
If he can
transition and stay smooth.
and still be cool, and still be from where you from. There ain't no square shit here.
Not by a long shot.
It's all about that exposure, man. You know what I'm saying? And just like what y'all doing right here with this, man. Like it's more cats like that come from places like myself, like y'all, so they need to see this shit. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't do nothing but come in and be a part of the studio audience. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's an experience that could be life changing and life forming. You know what I'm saying? And so, so
this is true. I want to have I want to do things where we go back to our community, either one, the one that we originally from or the one we currently from, and bring youngsters in, allow them to be a part of the production process, put a couple of youngsters up on the schemo where they can get the editing, where they can get the lighting, you know what I'm saying, and do a 6-week program or something.
That'd be dope.
And have some positive black males around, and women, you know, showing them entrepreneurial skills and shit. And how do you have a building like this
and maintain it?
And maintain it,
and then bring people to bragging rights, not to cut you off. And because I know if I could have paid to perform when I was first starting out, I would have jumped on it.
Right.
Just to get in front of any crowd and be able to get down.
And have tangible results from the performance. Wow, man, I performed. The guy liked my song and put me on the radio.
Yeah.
Wow, man, the guy, I got in a magazine. I got
an interview.
I got interviewed by a Frisco legend, a Bay Area icon.
Exactly.
I'm doing shows with the guys, you know. So,
man, brother Sulu,
and we're gonna do it from Oakland to Cleveland and Frisco and all the way up the way, man. LA Bay all the way back, man. And that would be an honor, man, to be able to, because I know personally in Cleveland, a lot of them folks, man, they don't get exposure to this. You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm glad to hear though is that now we have a Cleveland ally, and I know you still got ties over there, so we're gonna have to remix that and make it work for us on our behalf, and go get out there.
We'll go out there,
because it's all about expansion and growth, man.
Absolutely,
you know, and that's one thing. Just like myself, coming from Cleveland to here. We got to encourage cats from the Bay to go from the Bay out their situation elsewhere.
We gotta go.
You know what I'm saying?
We got a tour guide now.
Yeah, let's do it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Our helmet won't be on display. We won't almost make it on the first 48 going out there playing.
Hey,
you heard what I say. We don't want to get victimized. We be watching them TV shows.
It's good.
Hey, so before we leave, tell the people one more time all your social media handles, and if there's any particular project you want people to be on the lookout for, let them know, and we're going to take it out from there. All right, also, I got to shout out Cookies, you know what I'm saying?
Come on,
for always keeping us in the mix, you know what I'm talking about?
Big shout out Burner, baby.
Yeah, shout out Big Burner.
Bill and them over there at the Cookies.
The whole team. Y'all supposed to come out here, Bill, and sit down with us, man. So shout out to people with Cookies, man.
Speaking of Burner, man, the homie that produced this last situation for him, Rob Lowe.
You got one with him?
Y'all got two with him.
Matter of fact, because the Akron thing, Akron, you know, with Al Pacino and all them guys, Akron is close to Cleveland, right?
Yeah, Akron right there.
Shout out Rob Lowe.
Yeah, big shout out to Rob, man. I don't know how you found me, but I'm glad you did, brother. And we working, man.
We gotta have Rob.
We definitely working, man. He did. He produced this record I got called Grapes, and he produced Cali Love, and I'm penning 4 other ones right now. So we got a situation we drop it. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all working together right now?
Yeah. I'm grabbing music from him. Yeah, definitely.
That's my
yeah, exactly. So like
you so much your own person that I forgot about brother Al Pacino and Freeze and all my guys just in Akron.
We need to go to Cleveland, bro.
Pretty much, it's right down the way. Yeah. But you definitely represent righteously, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate
Thank
that.
you for coming, man.
Did you tell him the
Instagram?
Instagram?
Oh yeah. Boop bam. Oh yeah, and one more shout out, man, to the homie down in LA, the homie X-Ray, man. Much love. My IG tag SOOLIE.KORLION. That's Soolie Corleone, and all my music can be found under the title Soolie on all platforms, man. I appreciate the support, Oakland, Frisco, the Bay Area, man, having me and showing love, man.
It's all love, man.
Honor and a privilege.
You be back. We're going to be around you, brother. I can feel your spirit, man. You run now, bro.
Yeah. We decipher that we conduct. It got to be like-minded individuals that vibrate high, man, and stand for something.
Exactly. So we don't fall for anything.
I welcome you. You know what I mean?
Appreciate that.
Y'all come through. Bragging rights.
October 28th.
I'm not sure if this will drop before then, but October 28th, Soolie will be in the building.
Yes, sir.
Hosted by the Hustle Continues podcast. Follow our Instagram at the Hustle Continues podcast. Subscribe. Follow San Quinn 415.
Follow Wayne Hayes and Wayne Hayes Management.
Yes,
Soolie Corleone.
Come on, man.
Yes, sir.
And shout out Schemo Films. You heard me?
Yeah, man.
Preach, the hustle continues.
Yes, sir.
Podcast, baby.